Hello, my name is Melina Aguilar. I'm a local tour guide from Puerto Rico, from Isla, Caribe, a cultural tour company based in Ponce. Now, today we're very excited because we're celebrating our 10th Isla Tea. Isla Tips are video recommendation where we recommend to you things to do, see, experience when you come to Ponce, Puerto Rico. And today, because it's our 10th episode, we're going to be talking about 10 things you need to do or you must experience when you come to what? Ponce, our beautiful city. So let's go right ahead to number one. Number one has to be what's considered the main area of the city. Plaza Las Delicias, the Plaza of Delight. The Place of Delight, a place where many things meet: museums, cultural centers, historic monuments, and El Parque de Bomba, the historic firehouse that was built in 1882 and commemorates the fire department and is considered the most photographed firehouse in the world. So all of that is encompassed in one space called Plaza Las Delicias. Number two. This is a very special place to me, and I will say it's my number one personally, which is called Callejón Amor, the Alley of Love. It has a story of romance connected to a musical movement called Danza Puertorriqueña. Back in the day, about 135 years ago, a band called La Banda de Bomberos, which still plays today every Sunday at 8 p.m., perform, and couples used to meet in private in this tiny alley, which is right next to tip number one, Plaza Las Delicias. Thus, as couples met in more privacy, in a more cute and romantic way, it became known as the Alley of Love.
So, mon chéri, we can do away with the dull preliminaries.
The story is much more complicated, but we don't have time for that right now. We'll do that in another video. So let's go to number three. Tip number three of places to see in Ponce or experience, and it will be the museums. Ponce has a handful of museums to visit, from free ones like the Ponce History Museum to ones they have to pay a small fee because, let's be honest, they're very affordable to visit. One of the most famous museums to visit in Ponce is the Museum of Art of Ponce. We're gonna find one of the most famous paintings not only in Puerto Rico but in the world called Flaming June. So when you come to Ponce, check out the museums, from art to history to sports to architecture. There's a wide collection. And so guys, people sometimes forget that Ponce is actually more than 80% mountains. Even though this is a hot, coastal city, but we're more than 80% mountains, and Ponce is fascinating for visiting the rivers. And this is gonna be our tip number 4. The rivers of Ponce. Out of them, our favorite river to visit is el Río Portugués, and our favorite place to go and hang out is La Charca Tres Palmitas, all the three palms river or water area, which basically the name comes from the fact that there's 3 palm trees in this river area. But there's many more. El Relanón and many other areas of Ponce have rivers you can visit and dip and get cool off, because again, Ponce can get a little hot. Okay guys, so number 5 thing to experience or see in Ponce will be the beach. Sometimes we forget that Ponce has amazing beaches because we only limit ourselves to what's inland. But Ponce is the only municipality that is an archipelago municipality. It has not only a city area with the coastal area by La Playa de Ponce, the Ponce Boardwalk, but it has islands in front of it. You can find Isla Cardona, which is a fascinating place to visit, or Caja de Muerto, Coffin Island, as it's translated to English. Both you can visit with different tour operators and have some of the most beautiful beach experiences in Puerto Rico. So everyone, what will be number 6 out of things to do in Ponce? Number 6 is to try the local gastronomy. Ponce is famous for many things, like quenepas, which is a traditional fruit that grows all over the island, but Ponce is famous for having the best quenepas. Number 2, things like empanadillas, where we debate with people from San Juan. They call it pastelillo. I don't know why. But empanadillas are amazing here, as well as sandwiches and other amazing variety of gastronomy you can find and ice cream you can find in Ponce. If you come here, make sure to check out the local restaurants and try the local gastronomy. But everybody, this doesn't stop yet. Let's go to number 7 thing to do in Ponce, which will be the view from El Cerro del Vigía, or the Vigía Hill. Very famous for having on top of it the Castillo Serralles, or Serralles Castle, and a big cross. This Cerro del Vigía, or Vigía Hill, has a fantastic view of Ponce, where you can see the boats, well, not so much today, but you could see in the past the boats coming in through the port, the sunsets, the sunrises, and can see all the urban developed area of the city of Ponce, from the Caribbean Sea to the mountains, and can check out other cities in the region. It's a romantic place to check out Ponce, Puerto Rico. Okay, so our Isla tip number 8, because by the way, this is our first edition with 10 tips. So number 8 will be visit a coffee hacienda. Sometimes people forget, again, like I said before, that Ponce has a huge coffee region, and that Ponce is a historical place for producing coffee, and still today coffee is produced here, 100% Ponce coffee. There's 3 active coffee haciendas you can visit, pre-book ahead, so don't just show up, like Hacienda La Mocha, Hacienda Pomarosa, and Hacienda Lucero. Make sure to call ahead to book and have a unique experience of coffee. But there's also, we have one of the largest torrefaction of coffee called Cafeteros, which make Café Yaucono, among many other lines, and you can smell coffee in the afternoons in Ponce if you walk to the downtown area, thanks to the Cafeteros coffee, or places like Café Mayor, which is also produced in Ponce. So guys, we're almost there. Number 9 thing to do in Ponce: go shopping. But you can, besides checking out souvenir shop like Utopia, our main sponsor and where our office are located, so go check out Utopia. There's actually very classical places where you can experience unique historical shopping, like Plaza del Mercado, which was built in 1864. You can find amazing local products, great food, and slowly it's getting lively. You're gonna find amazing music and a great nightlife. And very near it, just across the street, is Plaza de los Perros, or the Plaza of the Dog, officially called Plaza Juan Ponce de Leon, but guys, nobody calls it that. Everybody calls it the Plaza of Dogs, because it used to be a meat market and dogs used to go and bite of the meat that was left in the ground. This plaza has a lot of other very local vendors, from stickers to local handmade shops to CDs, well, LPs, or the old CDs from the old days, to guys who actually sharpen your knife. It's like crazy. It's an experience of itself. Go check it out. But to end with our Isla tip number 10 on this 10th week of Isla tips, what's the number 10 thing to do? Guys, this is a no-brainer. Come take a tour with Isla Caribe. And I'm not saying this just because we work in Isla Caribe. Isla Caribe culture tours are one of the best ways to get to know Ponce and Puerto Rico, by walking, by learning its history and meeting its people and trying all these flavors. So when you come to Ponce, come take a tour at Isla Caribe. Learn more in depth the history of these 10 places or these 10 experiences by experiencing yourself. Write us with your guides like me and many other ones that work in this company. So guys, to celebrate, muchas gracias for following our 10th episodes up to now. But don't worry, every week we'll be launching Isla tips about culture, history, and things to do in the beautiful town of Ponce and all over Puerto Rico. My name is Melina Aguilar, and before I leave you, guys, get ready, because I'm launching very soon a book about 100 experiences in Ponce. Get excited. Follow us on our social medias, Isla Caribe PR, our YouTube page as well, because we're going to be launching very soon a unique book about experiences of things to do in Ponce. Muchas gracias y nos vemos pronto. See you next week.